What is the female gaze and why do most men get it wrong? Did you hear that? Sorry. Search through any dating forum and you'll hear the exact same three answers: money, height, status. Yet those ideas fall apart as soon as you see an average looking guy with a woman who turns heads. So I went on a mission to discover the truth, the real secret to dating in 2025. And after 168 hours of research, I shined my light upon a clear secret. Well, actually 3 secrets that most men completely overlook. Secrets so powerful it might change the way women look at you forever. And once you understand them, you'll never see dating the same way again. The most powerful secret I found comes from the past. A painting, actually. Take a look at Friedrich Leighton's The Painter's Honeymoon, painted in 1864. The painting depicts a young couple, their bodies turned inward towards a shared focal point, a canvas resting in the painter's lap. The man, dressed in a muted brown coat, holds a brush delicately, his head bowed in quiet concentration. Beside him, a woman leans gently against his shoulder, her gaze following his hand. The composition is intimate and balanced. And from afar, the canvas may seem like a simple wedding picture, a couple enjoying their honeymoon. But under closer examination, it becomes clear that the artist Friedrich Leighton reaches across time to give young men the talk that their fathers never gave them about the female gaze and what women find secretly attractive. But before I reveal that, let's start with the first secret. Scroll through any phone today and you'll see more naked bodies in 5 minutes than your great-grandfather in 50 years. A 2023 report by Common Sense Media found that almost 3/4 of teens had seen explicit sexual images or videos online, and many even before they turned 13 years old. But why is this important, you might ask? Men are desensitized and desocialized. You see, money, height, and status are still important in 2025. I won't deny that. But there's a gap in the market that most men completely neglect. A secret 4th trait: emotional intelligence. You see, constant explicit images numb the brain's reward system and pull men out of real-world interactions with women. Why walk over and start a conversation with a woman when a phone meets your every urge on command? Online, women shrink to flat 2-dimensional images, pixels that hide their full 3-dimensional selves, with thoughts, feelings, and depth. The screens turn human beings into objects for pleasure, nothing more. So this leaves only a small group of men in the dating pool who still talk to women like human beings, not like objects. And herein lies emotional intelligence, which psychologist Daniel Goleman breaks into 4 parts. Number 1, self-awareness. You notice your own feelings. Number 2, self-control. You guide those feelings so they don't guide you. Number 3, empathy. You sense how others feel. And finally, number 4, social skills. You act in ways that lift up your group. This is attractive and underrated in 2025. I think a powerful example of someone who has such high emotional intelligence is producer Benny Blanco. Now, by most Hollywood standards, he's a below average looking guy. Yet he's dating a global superstar, Selena Gomez. Why?
What I felt for Benny, it was everything about him was honest. He'll tell me anything that he's feeling, and it made me feel like I could do the same.
His humor, his attentiveness, and his steady support are all classic examples of emotional intelligence. Blanco is a perfect example of how social skills and empathy are far more important than status and wealth when dating in 2025.
It doesn't mean like spending your entire bank account. It means just like being attentive, listening to the person, listen to the things they like. Even if you're terrible at cooking, they're gonna like it because you did it.
But even if a man rebuilds his lost emotional intelligence, there's still something missing. You see, emotional intelligence tells a man how to act, but doesn't tell him why. That why comes from the second secret: living by a set of clear, virtuous values. Living by a code. In a national YouGov survey released earlier this year, 94% of Americans said trust, 92% said honesty, and 91% said respect are very important for a successful relationship, far above paychecks, abs, or height. You see, a man who lives by a set of clear, virtuous values, keeps promises, tells the truth, and treats everyone the same, whether the room is full or empty. And this is attractive. Women notice this. And this finally brings me back to the Friedrich Leighton artwork and the third, final, and most powerful secret to attraction in 2025. The setting of the painter's honeymoon is plain. No marble floors, no velvet drapes, just a clay pot and sunlight on rough plaster. Leighton deliberately paints them in a modest setting. Likewise, the faces are softly blurred. She's not attracted to him because of his perfect jawline or cheekbones. Leighton refuses to paint those features sharply. So what's the message then? Why is she attracted to him? Leighton argues that attraction doesn't come from these surface-level qualities. It comes from within. He reaches across time to give young men the talk that our fathers never gave us about the female gaze and what women find secretly attractive. And his message all comes back to where we started. To gaze. The female gaze. If you look closely, there's a triangle of sight. The direction of the painter's gaze and his wife's eyes meet at one invisible point. Their gaze collides and meet at his brush. It hangs midair, frozen, but alive with promise. And herein lies the third and final secret. Ambition. It's clear that she's attracted to him not for what he owns or how he looks, but rather for what he's making, for what he does. The painter is still working on an unfinished canvas, still reaching, and his wife is drawn to that forward momentum. His wife is drawn to his ambition, to his goal, to his vision. Behind them, the orange tree whispers quietly, reiterating that point. That attraction comes from watching fruit being grown, not from eating it.
Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I actually appreciate it. I mean, you clicked on my video, which is mind-boggling to me. I'm like, holy crap, that's awesome. If you want to be more involved in the community, I feel like I'm putting together a bunch of, a group of people that are going against the grain of contemporary life, people who believe in real love and real relationships. There'll be a channel memberships link right here. Also, you could put your number or your email into my website, which is down below. I'm releasing a romance book pretty soon. If you want to get updates on that, it'll be right there. I feel like there's a group of people here, maybe I'm talking to you, that are fed up with all the BS of the internet. Looks maxing or like playing games with your partner. Bro, your partner is supposed to be your best friend. You don't want to go to war with your partner? That's weird. What are we doing here? I don't know. That's all I have to say. Peace and love. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Thank you. Peace. Thank you.